Hi everyone, it's Star. We're doing your whole story reading today. I am gearing it more towards the eclipses and what is going on there for you guys. So let's see who's going next. Okay, it's going to be Scorpio. All right, so let's see here. We have some pages. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising. So the eclipses are on March 25th, and then we have the solar eclipse happening on April 8th. Big changes in store for a lot of people, for most of us, I think. And that could be happening over the span of maybe 6 months even. There's your energy. So the Tower is in reverse. I feel like you're dealing with like remnants of something major that has already happened to you. And it's like you're at the start of a new cycle, trying to look for a state of happiness and what that looks like today. But I feel like you're still kind of with your mind on the past, or you're emotionally connected still to the past. Yeah, we have the Five of Cups here. So some of you may be, still trying to heal, but in pain. So emotionally affected by something that occurred in the past. And I feel like this was, for the most part, it was your decision, but perhaps it was negatively influenced. Yeah, it's like some of you at this time may feel like a decision that you made in the past that caused maybe an ending, the destruction of something in your life. You may be feeling now that maybe back then you weren't in your right mind, or you weren't seeing things clearly, and now you're having to deal with those issues, with those memories, with those decisions. Emotionally you're healing, but you're still dealing with it emotionally. That's what I'm picking up so far. Judgment, that's your energy as well. Okay, your energy is very, very coming up very strongly. Three of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. Some of you could be using work as an escape mechanism. Even as like an excuse to not be around people, maybe on a social level, like you see, there's that Tower again. It's like you keep coming back to that. You can't quite let it go. There's something you can't let go of that's already, it could be a relationship. All right. Let's get to it. Yeah, see, there you are. So like I said, here you are, the Death card representing Scorpio. Right underneath that is the Five of Cups. So there's definitely something emotional going on with a lot of you guys, and it has to do with changes that have occurred in your life. Again, this Devil card with the Seven of Swords in reverse, I feel like those negative influences, whatever that was, that I feel like led to you having to incur a major loss, or a loss, I'll say. This change that we're talking about, you perceive to be a loss to you, which is why you are emotionally affected at this point. Because I do feel, and more so because I feel like this is something that you chose yourself. It's not like it's something that just happened to you without any input. You do feel like you were influenced, but you had a hand in that as well. So for some of you, there was like a secret relationship here that may have come out. Yeah. Okay. Judgment. Oh, okay. Let's see. Seven of Wands. I'm getting that there's somebody around you or someone you were dealing with who is trying to stop you, or this could be vice versa, I don't know. But there's someone who's trying to stop your new beginning because they feel like you don't deserve it. There's a sense of like judgment upon you. Yeah. Seven of Pentacles reverse. It's like someone is saying like you didn't do anything to, like you didn't work for this, you didn't deserve this. You see, Death card 5, somebody is against you. Someone's like working against you or has a lot of animosity toward you. And someone wants to stop your progress financially specifically. They don't want to see you doing well because, again, they feel like they're judging you and feeling like you don't deserve it. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe like you moved on to another situation and you were doing well, because we do have here the World card and the Ten of Pentacles. So perhaps you started a new cycle in your life. You started something new and you were doing really well and someone's not liking it. Be a fire sign. We have here the King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Yeah, Eight of Cups reversed. For others of you, I feel like you embarked on a new endeavor. You made this decision to embark on a new endeavor thinking that, or you were very excited about it. You felt that this was, whatever this was, this new endeavor, this was like your ticket out. This is what I'm getting. It was, you felt stuck wherever it was that, you know, whatever it was that you were dealing with, you felt stuck somehow, imprisoned. And so that led to this decision for you to cut yourself loose. But part of that decision was based on, I want to say, like something that was promised to you. So perhaps you were promised some kind of career opportunity. that ended up not being anything like what was promised. And so this is for some of you, this is why now you're second guessing and you're thinking like, what the F did I just do? I'm getting some of you are feeling rejected all of a sudden, like everything, it could be like you had this life where everything you touched turned to gold. You know, and you were kind of used to that. Like you had this you were always like a formidable opponent in whatever it is that you decided to take on. But all of a sudden now something happened, and it happened when you started some sort of new cycle. So I don't know, I almost feel, and I want to say, because I haven't obviously gotten far enough, but I don't know if somebody that gave you evil eye or sent you some sort of negative energy, because that's kind of what I'm picking up on. Someone didn't want you to do well. And so now you're kind of feeling these effects, like, why do I feel rejected by everyone when people used to like me? You know, people liked what I did. People, whatever it is that you do for a living, because I feel like this is affecting like your financial situation. So I don't know, let's say you wrote books for a living. You know, everybody was buying your books. They loved your ideas. And now all of a sudden, like, nobody wants to read your books. You know, no one wants to know about you. No one finds you funny or charismatic. Like whatever it is, you feel shunned and you feel rejected. Yeah. People are not talking to you. I feel like someone is putting these negative thoughts in your head, though, or sending you negative messages. That's what Page of Swords, the devil. Like, what the? Okay. Mm. So there's someone you're not talking. It could be a Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. There's like separation, isolation from someone here. And look at this. We have the Magician. You see how those almost like laser eyes, clarified by the Tower reverse. So it's like someone had a hand in this Tower. I do feel like there was some kind of negative influence. Now, whether that was evil eye, dark magic, I don't know, but I do get that. The Lovers reverse. Huh. Interesting. Okay, so there's Two of Cups here with the Nine of Cups. So there's some kind of connection here that brought a lot of pleasure, passion, but I'm not really. I feel like it wasn't reciprocated. There was some kind of rejection here. There was a rejection, not reciprocated. We have an Empress here with the Ten of Cups. So this is confusing. feel like you're seeing now missed opportunities. They're being revealed to you. But it's almost too late. Like, this is in retrospect. This is not real time. This is all being revealed to you in retro. It's almost like I'm getting a vision of what the heck is that movie? It's that Christmas movie. Ugh. I can't stand when it's like right on the tip of my tongue, and is it Scrooge? Yeah, Ebenezer Scrooge, where he has those spirits visit him, and they show him his life from the past and how he took people for granted and all that. I feel like you're having like a similar situation here but here's the thing though, I do get that there was like an external force though. So I feel that somebody was influencing this. There was a negative influence. Someone didn't want you to see certain opportunities that were around you, whether it be financial, whether it be. So I also feel like there was something here like romantic or, yeah. I mean, yeah. There was I want to say even soulmate, because we have your Judgment with the Lovers in reverse. And then the Empress with the Ten of Cups. I don't know. It's like somebody that you were meant to be with, but at the moment, like you didn't see it. And so it was not reciprocated. Six of Pentacles reverse with the Four of Cups reverse. So it was like it was rejected. It was not reciprocated, but it was right there. It's like you had it in the palm of your hand. And now this is being revealed to you. Like, oh, you had this. You had that. You had all these things going for you. Now, I don't want to paint you out to be a victim in all this. Like, oh, this was all somebody else who, like, sent you bad juju and that. I want to say that's partially true, but I'd be lying if I didn't say you had a hand in this as well. So that's something for you to think about. But is there somebody here? Yes. There's someone here who did not feel that they felt you didn't deserve anything. And so they didn't want to see you happy or successful and whatever they could do to influence you in a negative way, either by planting seeds in your mind, whatever that may be. They did that. Whoever that was. Could be a Capricorn. I don't know. But I feel like this tower that happened to you, whatever that tower was, that tower moment, like this, and it doesn't have to be one particular moment, but this period of time where you felt in the recent past, or it could even be like over the span of a few months, a couple years, I don't know. But you've come out of this. This is not just now happening. This right now, I feel like you guys may be or going into this period of reflection where you're realizing all of these things. But that tower moment or those tower events, I feel like were targeted. And it was targeted by somebody who was very jealous. There was a person around you who was very jealous. Could have felt abandoned by you. So I don't know, do an inventory of your life and the people around you and who fits those characteristics. Because sometimes this kind of thing isn't even conscious. Like you could do that without setting out to do harm. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't have to be somebody sitting in their kitchen somewhere, like mixing up some kind of potion it doesn't have to be that way. It could just literally be someone with so much negative emotion toward you that is just sending that your way. And if they have those negative emotions toward you, this is why I'm saying you're not necessarily 100% a victim, because how did they get to that point? Like, did you do something for them to have these negative emotions? Like, how something there's something working here hand in hand is what I'm saying. So, all right, let's see what else. But whoever this is, they're playing with fire, because when you try to play God and make somebody's karma happen, that's never a good thing. I'm hearing like all options exhausted. Like I said, where in the past you may have been very accustomed to getting your way for the most part, or having like resources at your disposal. I do feel like there's something here about just consistently getting like bad news, or just getting turned away, or getting rejected, or getting in certain ways like led on, like even when you're promised something and it looks great, it ends up being a complete disappointment. For some of you, I'm getting here what you're trying to avoid most, with regards specifically to your careers, whatever it is that you're doing. It's like you're trying to avoid. So let's say some of you have your own business and you're trying to avoid at all costs having to give up that business, or whatever. Um, it may be what you need is to give up that business. Something that I'm picking up here, that for your own good, it may be best to set yourself free from that, because it may be like causing you too much stress, leading to like bad health. I don't know. We'll get into it. Yeah, and just there's no financial stability here. There's a lot of work, but I'm not seeing the returns. That's what I keep getting, is like no returns here. So let me see. Oh, okay. Interesting. I mean, again, I'm picking up on people just being generally cold towards you, and not just in a romantic sense. Just like I said, generally cold, not warm, not friendly, not helpful. Um, it's just very cut and dry. It's very stern. It's almost like a cold world right now that you're feeling. And I pick up on, with the Eight of Wands is clarified by your card, the Death card. So I feel like for a lot of you, because you're receiving this type of energy, you're almost having this inclination to move around, to see if it's better elsewhere. So some of you may be traveling a lot. It's like, oh, it's not working here. I'm getting bad bad reception here from others. So let me try, I don't know, let me try another town, another city, another state, another country. But it's like, no matter how hard you're trying, how hard you're working, how many hours you're putting into it, you're just not seeing any kind of reward. And I feel like people are being very stubborn around you, very like I don't know, like there's a lack of trust as well. So and again, this could be future. So it may not make sense right now, but I see some of you looking to travel for more opportunity, because wherever you are, it's just not it. Okay. So in this row here, I'm picking up on a lack of emotional availability that has been sort of working against you in a way that we have here the Three of Cups with Justice in reverse. Okay, and then we have the Princess of Cups with the Devil. And you're here in the middle, King of Cups with the High Priestess. It's kind of telling me, for some of you, because you have been going through so much and maybe feeling this rejection or this, or maybe it's just your perception, that, regardless of whatever the reality is, this is how you are experiencing life. It's leading you to be guarded as well. Like you're guarding your heart. You don't want to be emotionally attached to anyone or anything. And in being that way, it could be that there were some like negative attachments that were formed, or you may have formed certain like casual relationships in which maybe people thought that because you're showing up here as the King of Cups, but with the High Priestess, it's almost like the King of Cups is somebody who's very loving. And someone could easily, if this is how you're portraying yourself, someone could take that as you being more emotionally invested than you actually are, especially with that High Priestess. Like, it's kind of like you're wearing a mask. Maybe not intentionally, but nevertheless, that's what it is. And so, Three of Cups with Justice in reverse, there's some people around you who may have felt as though you were leading them on or you did them wrong somehow. There's temptation. I don't know if, maybe you involved yourself in like third party situations, whatever it is, which, that could very well be, because we have the Page of Wands here, which is the player card, and the Six of Wands in reverse, which kind of tells me, and then we have Two of Wands reverse with the Ace of Swords reverse. So there's certain decisions here when it comes to specifically like relationships, interactions with romantic partners, and how you come across or how you portray yourself with other people that may have, you may have gotten some bad karma, picked up some bad karma when it comes to that. And you're seeing certain effects of that. And maybe that's why you're feeling isolated and alone with the Hermit card. And restless. You're restless because you have been feeling this way. You're not used to feeling this way. The Moon in reverse and Justice. Interesting. Okay. And the Star. Okay. So the path, or the way out of this, is through healing. There's something that maybe you have been avoiding, that has been keeping you prisoner of your own mind And the only way out of that is for you to heal with the Star card. The Star card is a healing energy. And part of that is through truth. We have here justice and the moon. The moon is in reverse. So when the moon is in the upright, it's everything that is hidden in the dark. It's in reverse here, so it's like, it's almost as though you are meant to be isolated at a certain point here. I don't know if you are already or if this is what's coming within the next 6 months. But it's for a purpose. And that purpose is for you to see the truth about yourself. Maybe you didn't realize these situations that were going on and the effect that it had on other people, and that those effects had consequences on you. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like there's two people here, the Queen of Swords in reverse and the Queen of Wands. Now, it can be the same person embodying these two energies. So we have here air energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, and fire energy, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. Somebody gave up on you, and in a very cold way, in very, again, I feel like this is the person who has these negative feelings toward you, and they may have had, if this is two people, it could have been two people working together against you, if I'm honest with you. Wow, okay. Nine of Swords reverse with Three of Swords. I feel like you may be the type of person who doesn't like to acknowledge pain in your heart. You feel like that's a waste of time, some of you, and that the best thing to do is to just, stiff upper lip and keep it moving. But the thing is that's why this happens, because that always will come back to haunt you, because it's unhealed. So it's like you're only lying to yourself. I'm seeing here, possibly in the future, you longing for a stable environment, specifically in the home. But there's a need to deal with what you have been running from having to deal with for a long time. Like, you have to, if you want that, you have to deal with these emotions from the past, the things that were done in the past. Like, you can't hide from that. There's a strong connection between you and someone from your past, but I feel like ego got in the way. Okay, we have the King of Wands, Seven of Wands. There's a new beginning. There's a situation between you and another person that's going to be revisited. And it's in divine timing. Like it's happening when it's supposed to happen. Not before, not after. And I feel like this is to close something out. So it could go both ways. This could begin a new connection for you. Or it could bring closure to a connection from the past. Because I'm getting here like someone not wanting to cooperate, not wanting to be a part of something. Again, that rejection. So just be prepared for that. Interesting. Okay, so we have here the King and the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Hangman and the Ten of Pentacles. So somebody could have been waiting. So you or another person, this could go either way. You or another person could have been waiting for a higher form of commitment. Because the Temperance is also about waiting. So it's like somebody was very let down. And even the Three of Wands is a card of anticipation. It's like someone was waiting around for change to occur. Not knowing where they stand. Wondering if this was over. I don't know. Let me see. What's the Tower? Yeah, look. Again, Hangman is also about waiting. Something being stuck. So part of those Tower events, because I feel like it was more than one, part of those Tower events is whoever was waiting for you. It could have been like somebody was waiting for you to be more committed to them, to make them a priority, and they always felt let down in that way. And one of those Tower moments is that they stopped waiting. They're no longer waiting for that. They went cold. The Queen of Swords in reverse. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune reversed. It's like you missed the boat. And we have here Princess of Wands and Temperance. So someone stopped waiting and decided to just take action on their own. Could have been a Sagittarius or any other fire sign, Aries or Leo. But it doesn't have to be. Yeah. So here we have a strong Aries energy with the Emperor here twice. I'm just getting a feeling here of somebody saying, I'm better off without you. Whether that be you or the other person, I don't know. Because the Emperor sometimes I see as Scorpio as well, because it is that Mars energy. So it could very well be you taking your power and saying, you know what, I'm better off without you. You're letting something go that once in this situation you fought for and you felt accomplished. This made you feel accomplished somehow by being a part of, but you no longer want to fight for it. You make a decision that, you know what, yeah, maybe it is over, maybe it's done, maybe this is not what I want or what I need. Not so much what I want, but what I need. So it's kind of like you're coming into the realization that it's just time to move on. Rather than fight the changes or wallow in the sorrow of what was and what wasn't and all this, I just feel like somebody is kind of just, going through all these stages of grief, and we're now at the stage of acceptance. Okay, but I'm seeing here a new connection. Once that acceptance comes through, I see here a new connection. Now, the one thing that I do see here, though, is complete, not just clarity, but complete, like you showing yourself as you are, which I didn't see before. I did see kind of a lot of masking, a lot of emotional unavailability. Here is a different story, because I feel like here with the Nine of Pentacles being in reverse, this is like getting a taste of being isolated, being rejected, not having anyone. And so this is like having a taste of that and knowing that, you know what, I don't want that. I do want somebody who is going to be my 10 of Cups. And now knowing that in order to have that, you have to put in the work. It doesn't just happen. There's like this new sense of enthusiasm for that. Whereas before, maybe it wasn't there. Yeah. See, your happiness comes when you put down the burdens of the past. When you stop focusing on the past, that's when you start to redirect your vision, your energy toward something more positive. And we have the Prince of Cups with the 10 of Swords. So 3 10s here right next to each other. It's like once you find closure is when you will have the doors open for you. And I'm going to say that that's when things start to flourish. This could very well happen. I'm getting a sense of like springtime. Yeah. The truth is going to set you free. That's when you'll see true motion happening. Yeah. So where you need the most work, we have here the King of Cups in reverse. This is the reality of what is for a lot of you. Not all of you, because this is a general reading, so I don't want anybody getting offended. But again, like I said, you were portraying yourself as the King of Cups upright, which kind of, for some of you, got you into trouble, because a lot of people thought that you were more emotionally invested than you actually were. When in reality, you were not emotionally invested at all. Not because you didn't have emotions, but because you just didn't want to muddy up the waters and you were afraid to have your emotions involved and get hurt. But guess what? You got hurt anyway, right? So that's what you're working on. That's where you need the most work. And that is what's going to lead for you to have or be able to have this new beginning, is for you to step forward in a very truthful and what's the word I'm looking for? Transparent way. Whatever it is that you're offering to people, even if it's nothing, even if it's just, you know what, I just want a casual relationship. If you do it in a transparent way, it will work out for you. But if you're approaching casual relationships as the King of Cups, you're going to go through the same cycle. So what's motivating you here is the fact that you're coming out of this Five of Pentacles, this feeling of lack, this feeling of being abandoned, being alone, being isolated. Oh, wow. And somebody here, all the truths are on the table. Like everything, whatever was in the dark, has come to light here. We have the High Priestess reversed with the Seven of Swords reversed. So there's nothing more to hide. Queen of Cups with the Six of Cups. For those of you who have children, I'm getting here that There's like a change in behavior as well because of the fact that there's a lot of things being exposed from the past that you, how do I say, you kind of feel worried what your children are going to think, if their feelings are going to change for you. I don't know where that's coming from, but yeah, there's something about like your past catching up to you, and for some of you, it's like worried about what your children are going to think, but that's only for some. There's this like urge, this longing for a complete change of life. Yeah. It's like you're going to get to the point where you don't want anything from the past. You want to start completely fresh. What I say? The Ace of Cups with the Chariot. The Chariot is the number 7 in the major arcana. It's all about movement forward. There is no rear view mirror in this Chariot. There's no looking back. This is like new loves, new beginnings, new everything. Yeah, 9 of Cups in reverse with the Ace of Cups in reverse. Because the past is only filled with, I'm sure there's positive memories there as well, but it's like you don't want to dwell on the past, because even if you think about the good times that you had, let's say with this one special person that you were with for a while, inevitably your mind's going to start to wander toward the bad as well. And so why do that to yourself? See, again, wow, okay. Page of Swords with the 5 of Swords reverse. 6 of Swords, 6 of Pentacles. Okay. I feel like it's going to become very, very, very clear to you who was wishing bad upon you. Because there were, like I said from the beginning, there's certain people that are watching you. They're watching what you do, what moves you make. And it's almost like they get happy when they see that you're struggling. So perhaps that's why this is coming out here. It's not so much about you thinking about the past. It's more so getting distance from people from your past. And these people could be people that you had a lot of fun with before. But this was not fun that was doing any good for you in any way. This was like more like overindulgent fun. Like you could have been, this could have been like drinking buddies. This could have been people that you were using drugs with, or, whatever, indulging in some kind of destructive behavior. And so, misery loves company. And they would love nothing more for you to come back to their side. And I feel like that's what you have to guard against, because there is always that temptation. So you're not completely out of that realm of possibility. It's just something that it's under your control. Only you decide what you want for your life. So, all right, let's see what Moonology card you have for today. Scorpio. Whoa. Wow. Well, that's appropriate. Okay, at the bottom, yeah, look, we have a new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra. So yeah, some of you could very well have a new relationship on the horizon. But the card that you drew was work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. So let's see what that says. This card suggests a rebirth. Think of your situation as the phoenix that's rising from the ashes, as the birth, death, rebirth paradigm. That's what Scorpio energy is all about. Whatever you've been through, there's a new start ahead. It might be a little dark. It almost certainly won't be rainbows and unicorns, but it will be deep and transforming. This card also suggests that if you know you are magical, then this is the time to work your magic. It can herald the start of a sexier time if you've been experiencing something of a drought. And emotional intimacy is also on the menu. Scorpio is the sign that likes to go deep into the body, mind, and spirit. So when this card comes up, there's there's nothing superficial about what's coming your way. Sorry. So it's really interesting to me that it says that, specifically said that emotional intimacy is also on the menu, because that's the one thing that, the reading kind of kept harping on, is one of the things that was lacking in your life. And so, yeah, it looks like this is the start of a new cycle where you are opening yourself up to that finally. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed your reading, Scorpio. I'll see you next time.